us in, babe.
Welcome to
Coco Caliente. We're treading lightly here because the baby's asleep. He's ahead of schedule, apparently.
Yeah, it is like 8:45 in the morning, and he's on his first nap. Usually it's around 9. But man, I wish I could take a little nap too. He's been getting up really early lately.
How often does he wake up in the night for you?
Lately just twice, I'd say. But
he goes right back to sleep.
Right back to sleep. It's so easy. And I love breastfeeding because I don't have to go warm up a bottle, don't have to leave the bed. He's in a bassinet next to our bed. So I literally he does like one little cry. I wake up, I feed him, and then I just put him right back. And then he falls immediately back to sleep. But lately it's been a little bit different. It's like you get on a cycle and then something changes slightly. And I think right now I don't know if he's teething or he's just like getting a little bit big for what we have him in. Oh. But I feel like an adjustment's going to be needed soon for both of us.
Somebody told me that right as soon as you figure out what's working, what's perfect, whatever. I mean, he's constantly growing. Then something happens, right? Yeah. Now he has another development. Now you have to adjust. And by the time you figure this out and you got it down pat, another development. It's like you're constantly playing catch up.
He is like so good in the night. I just am so thankful. I mean, all babies are good babies. But I'm saying he's just it's easy. Really easy on me.
Yeah, some are more difficult than others.
But it's just like, oh my gosh, I just literally feed him and plop him right back.
I hear that all the time from people that give me advice, and talk to me about the kids. And they'll say, yeah, we didn't know how lucky we were with our first child. Because it'd be something like Arrow, And then we had our second one and up all the time, crying all the time, always wanting to eat, never satisfied, and it's like we don't know that yet, right?
Right. No, we don't. We got eased into parenthood, I feel like, with Arrow, thankfully.
And he's he's like 3 months and a week, about?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, 3 months and a week. So, yeah, he's coming right along. I mean, he's
so freaking cute and sweet.
It's funny seeing him. I don't know. Like when you have a little human and you're seeing them develop and grow and doing new things, it's so funny. And then they have their own little personality, and I don't know. It's funny. It's very different, right? Now that we're parents.
Oh yeah, it's definitely made us better humans all around, and like more compassionate and more sympathetic and more empathetic, and even around kids, I feel more confident. Oh,
absolutely. More patient,
Well, I think I loved kids, but I was a little shy because when you don't have kids, you sometimes don't know
how to handle them,
what to say to like get on their level. But yesterday, my friend Jessica brought her baby over, 10 days older than Arrow, and was that the first time? Oh, second time I've seen her, but first time I could talk to her because she's a little over 3 months, and right away I just went right into and she started smiling. I'm like, oh yeah,
hey, cutie pie.
I got this. Before, I think I would have just been like a little intimidated and like, oh no, I don't want to make her cry, I don't know what to say.
Well, before we had a kid, I was like, man, I'm talking to kids like I talk to dogs,
Yeah.
but you get used to talking to kids. So
it was easier for me to when the kid's like maybe 4 or 5, you can have like an actual conversation at that point. But now I feel like I can handle. I mean, it's kind of like the shows that you see, and you're just like they're like 3 months old, and some people literally think you feed them like real like food and stuff, and you just really have no idea, and it's not their fault. Like, 'cause you just, if you're not in it, you don't know it. And growing up, like my family's ages are all over the place. Like, I have aunts that are like my age. I have cousins that are like newborn. Like my great grandma. Oh no, not my great grandma. My great-grandma passed
Your grandma
away.
has 15 kids.
But one of my grandmas looks like she's like 50. Like, it's just very weird, right? So, where was I going with this? I was going with like, shoot, I had a good thing. I got just so distracted, but it was something about the kids and
They're
me
all
like
in the
talking to them because they would be like, I wouldn't understand because my cousins would say they're like, they're all ages. And so they'd be talking about the new cool toys, or maybe their parents would be talking about it. I'd be like, what is that? But I'm like a teenager and I'm like into my own thing. Mm-hmm. And then now, or when you see kids dressed up as like things that cartoons you've never seen, right? Like I'm stuck back in Nickelodeon and Disney in the 2000s, 90s.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And all the new stuff, like even, Peppa Pig, and now we're starting to know Coco Melon.
Or Paw Patrol.
Like even Paw Patrol, that was like foreign to me. So it's really weird. Like, say like Christmas gifts, for example. Sorry, I'm rambling. I'm trying to get this story out. But just like Christmas gifts, like, oh yeah, my kid wants this. And I'm just looking at him like, what the heck is that? But I didn't care to like dive deep. And now I'm like, oh, what is that? Maybe that's something like that I need to know.
Yeah.
I just have more care for everything, I feel like. And even how are people doing? It's insane. I'm just a lot less self-absorbed, if that makes sense. Like, it was horrible to say, but I think I was a little bit more like, oh, what I got going on is like the biggest deal right now. Mm-hmm. It really wasn't. And like, I'm glad that I kind of got knocked out of that.
Yeah. That's what motherhood and parenthood did to you.
Yeah, I guess I thought the world revolved around my puppies. You know?
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding.
Anyways, Vic and I went on a little shopping trip a couple days ago.
Yeah.
Sorry we're late on this episode, and we got some things to say at the very end of this episode about like the continuation of the podcast and like possibilities and stuff. But because it's just been really hard on us. Our schedules are crazy, and I know your schedule is crazy. And like I actually really love doing this, and I pretty much like. Victor's really busy, and I pretty much have to like be like, all right, Vic, like, please, like, let's do it. And he's just like, Nicole, like, I got so much going on, and I understand. And so we finally come to a point of like, we'll talk about it with you guys later. But anyways, we went on a shopping trip for the new house. I was begging Victor, like, please take me shopping.
The reason she has to beg me, and let's preface this with some backstory.
Yeah.
Nicole has a tendency of getting very excited about the new thing that we're going to do. In this case, about the house that we have not moved into yet.
Right.
And so what she would normally do is go buy a bunch of things for the house, right, before we even moved in, and then we'd have to bring it to the house, and then we still have to move our stuff into the house, and then
to be fair,
after the fact, you're like, oh, well, maybe we don't need that because we have this, or maybe, oh, we actually still need other stuff, you know.
I think that Victor has this like notion in his head of like me doing this because we have lived in the same house for like 3.5 years, and it's really small, and I've collected things over the 3.5 years, and plus like being a content creator, a lot of things get sent to us, a lot of partnership things.
No, I get where you're going. I see where you're going with that, but that's not it.
No, Victor, if you're talking about big furniture pieces,
that's not what I'm talking about.
What are you talking about?
Before we even bought this house, you had a ton of stuff in your parents' garage and in your parents' shed that you bought for a future house.
No, that was our wedding shower gifts.
No. You had stuff. I'm telling you, you had stuff before we even moved to this house.
Oh, yeah.
And then we moved into this house, and then on top of that, we got so we had like 2 sets of a lot of things that we didn't need.
I would do like Black Friday deals when I was in college.
Exactly.
Before I had a home.
So Nicole was kind of going to do the same thing, and I thought that's what was going to happen when we were going on this trip, so I was very hesitant.
I begged them to go to Pottery Barn Outlet, and then I had to go to Menards because we are getting a new bedroom floor. We got the walls painted white, and we just feel like, okay, we want a wood floor to make it pop. Yeah. And so I talked him into that. Maybe.
And look, and this is what I told Nicole. I was like, if we move into the house, right, in my perfect world,
he wants to move in.
We move everything into the house after Nicole does the painting or whatever floor she wants to do. I understand that. So we move everything into the house, get settled in for at least a month so everything has its spot and its place. And then we look around and go, hey, we need a table here. Let's go get that table. Oh, we need this. We need a mirror over here. Let's get a mirror for that. We need what I mean?
Okay, so that's his philosophy, and I totally understand that. But for me, I don't want to be like, oh my gosh, we need a table, for example. like, this isn't a great table, and we'll probably use this table until I find one I fall in love with. But let's say we didn't have any table at all. We move in. And I'm like, oh my gosh, we really need a freaking table. And then I'm going to settle because we need a table. I'm going to go like, yes, that's how it works. I want to fall in love with a piece. Just let me finish. I want to fall in love with a piece, and then I want to find a home for the piece in my house. Does that make sense?
You can still have a place in the house and fall in love with a piece. You know, most people, let me say it like this.
It's hard for me when I need, say, like you need a new outfit, and then you're going looking for a new outfit. Like, oh, I can't find anything. But you go shopping gradually, and you're like, oh my God, this shirt's awesome, and this pants is awesome. But it took me 4 trips to find this awesome outfit. I wasn't forced to go find an outfit.
Nobody needs a dining room table right now. It's not an absolute necessity. We have a countertop type thing in our kitchen,
a bar,
that you could sit and eat there. So it's not like an absolute, there's no absolute necessities that the world is going to go crumbling down if we don't have this night with this chair or this seat. You know, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm just trying to say I want to go shopping as many times as possible so I can find what I'm looking for.
And all I'm saying is you could do that after we move and settle in, and then you know what you actually need, right? The only things that I would say that, we would need right away, which you got them, was our bed, you know, like our bed frame. That is something that I totally, we need that because we need to move in a new mattress and moving into a new house. We've had this mattress 3-4 years. You know, I get that. But other stuff, you know, like a couch or a dining room table.
I bought 3 couches.
But you know what I mean? But that stuff, for me, it doesn't seem like it's a necessity right now, like we need it yesterday.
No, and I agree with you there.
Yeah.
I do agree with you there.
This episode is brought to you by Modern Fertility.
Navigating the thousands of prenatal vitamins available online and on shelves can be a challenge. How are you supposed to know which one to choose? And is there even really a difference between them? Well, Modern Fertility obsessed over the research around every doctor-backed nutrient and dug into the details with their medical advisors to develop a prenatal multi that stands apart from the countless options out there.
The Modern Fertility Prenatal Multivitamin is packed with 12 essential nutrients recommended by OBGYNs to support your body before, during, and after pregnancy. It's vegetarian, gluten-free, and there are 0 preservatives or filler ingredients you don't need. Modern Fertility balanced iron and other nutrient levels to keep your tummy happy. And they infuse every capsule with a hint of citrus to make each serving go down extra easy. The Prenatal Multi also comes with a free, beautiful blue reusable glass jar to keep your monthly refills in. And each month's shipment of new capsules comes in just the pouch to cut down on packaging waste.
Your prenatal multi-subscription gets you 60 capsules per month for $30. But right now, our listeners can get 30% off their starter kit, including 1 month of capsules and a free glass storage jar at modernfertility.com/Coco30. That's modernfertility.com/Coco30. COCO30 for 30% off your Modern Fertility Prenatal Multivitamin Starter Kit. Again, that's modernfertility.com/Coco30. So, getting to this shopping trip, Victor has this in his head where I am this person, because I'll be honest, 90% of the time I am, because I probably only get to go out shopping very few times a year. Very few. So when I do, I make the most of it. It's almost like I'm never going to go shopping again. And so I'll just like throw a bunch of stuff in my cart that I love, and I'm like, I'm getting it. I don't even think about it. I'm getting it. And so when we went to Pottery Barn Outlet, that was Victor's first time there, maybe like my second time there. Oh my gosh, it was huge. It was overwhelming, but I left the store with nothing.
And I was shocked.
Yeah.
We took a trailer and everything down there because we had to get the flooring anyway. So.
Yeah, and it was just like, I guess I'm trying to really think about every item I purchase and know, like, okay, I can come back down, or, okay, yes, I want to see this space. I don't want to be, like, stuck with, because all sales are final. Like, I don't want to be stuck with, and prices are still expensive at the outlet, and stuck with this, like, couch that, oh, shoot, it doesn't fit anywhere. What are we going to do?
Yeah.
So, anyways, Vic was very proud of me, and I'm glad that I built up that respect with him, right?
Yeah.
So and then we went into Baby Gap. I had 4 things in my hand for Arrow, and then I just said, you know what?
He has a lot of clothes.
He has a lot of clothes because I just packed away his 0 to 3 months, and he probably didn't wear like 1/4 of them. It's like, he has a lot of 3 to 6 month clothes. We don't need these. And he's like, wow, I'm proud of you. But then we did go to Menards and pretty much was forced to buy a floor because we needed to make the trip something.
We did, yeah. Oh, well, and also we need the floor to be able to move into our room. And it was that's one of those, we have to have this.
We have to have this. So we just picked out of like we picked the vinyl. The guy there talked me into it, but it's like waterproof. He said you could literally put it in a pool for a week and it wouldn't change color, shape. Oh yeah, vinyl planks. So it's like, I guess, the future of flooring if you're looking into flooring. Because I was going for real wood, and then he's like, no, we like do all these things, and we have pets, and so I'm like, okay, we'll just do vinyl, like not a big deal. So that was interesting to find out because we did tile in this house, but we definitely don't want. We got a lot of tile in the new house. We have a baby, and I don't want him crawling on tile.
Yeah,
we'll put a big rug on this wood floor, and basically he said like it can go great in kitchens or bathrooms or anything that's like can get wet.
Yeah, or high traffic.
So that's that's cool.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. I'm ready to get that project going.
Yeah, and you're literally looking at one piece of floor, and you're just like...
and you have to look at a picture to see the whole, what it would look like.
All right, I think that'll look good. I don't know. We just
Fingers crossed, yeah.
But yeah, that was our shopping trip, but it was just Victor and I. My mom watched the baby, and
got an old-fashioned hot dog and hamburger outside of Menards.
It was a good trip.
It was a good trip. I enjoyed that.
And then then I was thinking we could talk about Halloween. It was yesterday.
Halloween.
Yeah, Halloween around here. There's not a ton of parties or anything.
Mm-mm.
There's actually no parties. We're starting an annual Halloween party
in the new house.
In the new house next year. I'm already so excited for it. It's a great setup we have down there. But this year we basically got dressed up
for a picture.
For a picture, and then I was itchy and I changed. And
I miss I'm happy we got to do it once in this house, but I love handing out candy.
Yeah, and we got to hand out some candy
just
last
a little
night.
bit last night. Yeah,
but Vic loves it.
I like it. I like talking to the kids. Kids don't talk much nowadays. They just come up and say trick or treat, take the candy, and leave. Well,
I think they're shy because you're just like very, oh, what are you supposed to be? Or, oh, I love your costume. And they're just like, they're probably nobody. I guess in this area, people might try to have conversations. Yeah. I don't know. That is kind of weird. But maybe that's because of technology. I have no idea.
They don't communicate with people. I was sad because I drove around. This town does better than most towns, I think. Maybe Bad Axe around here does pretty good, but I think this town does pretty good at handing out candy.
Yeah.
And so when you come around here in Halloween, you see people all over the place. But I was sad to see that not more houses were actually giving out candy. Like I had to drive to go pick up food, and there was a whole block that no lights were on the houses. And I'm like, man, that's sad.
Yeah, when
right?
I was a kid in this town, every house gave out candy. Mm-hmm. There was one house that gave out apples, and I was just like, oh, man, I don't even know why I went there, but I go there for a frickin' apple. No.
It's nice of them just to even give anything.
No, I'm teasing.
No, I know, but as a kid, though, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'd still go, and it was like a big deal. Some houses would get, like where you went into their garage, and there was a maze, and you had to reach your hand into something gooey to get something. And I saw last night, too, there was a lot of, like, people hiding in their home.
Yeah, and I remember me as a kid too, like I did most of our trick-or-treating on military bases growing up. Mm-hmm. And so it was cool because that's the military community. Everybody's trying to do their best to make everybody feel like they're at home and stuff.
That's nice.
So for Halloween, you can almost every house, they would be giving out candy, and we walked through, it's because it's like a very organized neighborhood. So it's a perfect route,
Yeah.
And so, a lot of trick-or-treating, a lot of fun. So I miss that, I guess,
Yeah, no, it was really fun. Like thinking about, you just knew what houses you wanted to go to in this town, or but now it's just kind of.
I'm sad because the new house is out of town, so we can't necessarily. We're not in anybody's route to give candy.
And our driveway's like a mile long.
Yeah, and our driveway's really long, so I think that's kind of out of. So the Christmas or the Halloween party for us is going to be should be fun. Get our fix in there.
What we can always do is go to my parents' house to pass out. Just bring our candy. I'm good with that too.
Like we can have the party and then we can go there to do actually the.
That sounds fun. Because Arrow might because we'll want to take him trick or treating.
Oh, absolutely.
But what a lot of people do around here is like in the country, people hand out full size candy bars. My parents are nuts. They hand out full Capri Suns. They'll sometimes like pop, but full-size candy bars with it, and graham crackers,
Snickers,
giant lollipops. Like, I mean, they're obsessed with Halloween. It's really cool.
Yeah, her dad likes to dress up as like a big scary gorilla
and hold like the bucket
and like stay still
and then scare him. He was like so sad he didn't do that last night. But again, like there wasn't like a ton of. The population here is getting smaller, I think, with children, and it's kind of sad. Okay, so there was something else I was going to say, but anyways, we'll move on to our next topic. Victor and I are trying out, this is not an ad, Weight Watchers.
Yes, we are. So Nicole was kind of doing this imperfectly, I'd say.
Oh, horribly.
So she was doing it, but she was like, oh, this is about this many points, or this weighs about this much. And so she was kind of doing it, but not like full-fledged doing it.
Because for me, let me just say this, for me, I'm only supposed to get 20 points, but since I'm breastfeeding, I get 29 points. That's so many points. And so I have to pick like eating healthy, not losing weight, like just eating healthy. So the healthy foods are free points.
Yeah,
so it's trying to get you to like your mind on like eating healthier. And like, so for me, I haven't lost absolutely like 1 ounce this for however long I've been doing it. I've just been trying to like eat healthy, but doing it by yourself is really hard. So I just wanted to add that in. Yeah.
And so the reason I say that is because when Nicole told me about it, she's like, oh, you should do Weight Watchers. You know, if you do a month, I get a month free. Or like if you use my link, you'll get a month free and I get a month free.
Because he was saying he didn't want to do it because it was like $20 or whatever.
Yeah, it's $20 a month. And I was like, I don't know about that. So, but I would ask Nicole just casually, how many points is this? Or how many points is that? She's like, just do the app and just try it.
Yeah, because I'm not scanning your crap for you. I'm busy.
And I was like, okay, I'll try it. So I tried it last week and I lost like 7-8 pounds. Well, I weighed and I did terrible. I think
you lost 9.
I did terrible this weekend, right? So I did really good Monday through Friday.
And I can tell he lost at least.
And so when I started, I was 205.
5? Yeah, your 205 was your starting.
And that was last Monday. This Monday, I weigh 197. So
and that's after you just ate all that crap last night?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
And so I'm like, wow, this works. So, and it's actually not terrible. So I get 32 points in the day. I exercise, and I can convert those points, but I don't. I've been trying to keep just with the points that I have. And so let me take you through, for example, a day, right? I'll wake up every day. We found this keto bread. That's only two points per, or one point for 2 slices. So I'll eat that bread. 2 slices of honey ham is 2 points, right? Boom, I'll take that. That's 3 points. Egg is free. There you go. I got a 3-point breakfast, and that's solid. And then I'll eat a banana. That's 0 points. So I'll eat a banana too. And then if I get hungry, I'll snack on a yogurt. That's 2 points, you know.
Applesauce is 0. We found like some
dessert. That's what I'll do for dessert or a snack throughout the day. Applesauce, boom, 0 points.
Unsweetened applesauce. Unsweetened
applesauce.
Tastes really good.
And it tastes really good. Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes throughout the day, I'll really get hungry. Like in the middle of the day, I'll maybe have another banana. But then I don't know if you guys know, but they have other stuff that is like less points, but I don't know if you know, like the cheese and chive crackers or the orange peanut butter. And,
you're talking about it's like they're like sandwich crackers.
Yeah, they're like exactly what you get in your lunch. Those are 7 points, but those will hold me over really good, and I can afford the points. And then normally for dinner, I'll have a salad with ground venison or ground beef, a bunch of vegetables, and a sauce that's free, or a salad dressing that's low points. And I'll have like a 4 or 5 point dinner.
And then he has like enough for a candy bar. So with Weight Watchers, what's cool about it is, and they should totally be sponsoring us.
This is honestly not an ad at all. I did 1 week, and I'm telling you, I'm down. Well, what is that? 8 pounds? 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah.
Yeah. And you can scan anything. So if you want to eat a candy bar, or if you want to eat like a freaking McDonald's burger, yeah, you can eat it, but you're going to...
You look at the points, you're like, oh my God.
You're going to be like, I'm going to put this back.
That's like 20 points. It's
so
crazy.
I was probably eating like 75 to 80 points a day before I started this, and now I try to like... So that's why I don't understand. But for example, like I got to find a better creamer. Coffee's my favorite part of the day, like drinking my coffee, and my creamer is 6 points. And Victor's whole breakfast was 7 points today.
This morning,
and it was a big breakfast.
I had a
so
big
like
breakfast.
That's what and I had a breakfast too, but I'm like, okay,
that's
this 6 points is like worth it for me. But that's why I F up at night.
And then also they'll give you your points per day. Nicole has 28, 29, 29. I have 32. But then we get an extra like 30 something or 40 points for the entire week. So if you go over throughout your day, you have those extra.
So Saturday during the week, we want to go out to eat.
Exactly. So we try to save up our points. So on the weekend, we can indulge a little bit. But I did terrible this weekend.
I did terrible this weekend. And you know why? We were doing really, really good. And then Friday night, we went out for sushi. And then like one of my really good friends, Jacqueline, they own the restaurant that has sushi. Oh. And I've been talking about this like pumpkin cheesecake all week. I was like, it's 18 points. I got to make sure I save 18 points, which is like a lot of points for this cheesecake. And then, I got there and the sushi was really satisfying, which is also a lot of points. But then I was like, okay, I'm not going to eat any dessert. I'm good. And then Vic's like, Jacqueline, Nicole's been thinking about this pumpkin cheesecake all week. I'm like, no, Jacqueline, don't get it. I don't want it. She brings it out to me. I devour it. I'm like, 18 points right there.
Regrets.
And then I was like in the negatives, and I was like, F it. This weekend, I'm just eating whatever I want. Last night, we had pizza, Kit Kat, Skittles.
Oh, so bad.
So bad. But, like, I feel like that's how my brain works. It's like all or nothing. Like, all right, F it. Now that I ate that cheesecake, it's over.
Yeah, so we started good today. It's Monday. Trying to go the whole week.
And it's the 1st. It's November 1st. It's a Monday.
I work this weekend, too, so I can't,
That'll help both of us.
Yeah, that'll help both of us. And but no, I like it just because it gives me... I'm thinking more about what I'm eating, and it's not terrible. Like, it's not like I'm starving, right? I'm just eating better things.
There's times where Victor, okay, so for example, dinner, I made him a big salad, lots of chicken, or there's even noodles that are free, but there's this big, like, it's a nice big dinner, 0 points, and you just feel better after you eat it, so it's not like you're like, hungry.
Or like 2 points. I had the chicken because the chicken's like 2 or 3 points. I don't know what it is, but
yeah. But anyways, it's a cool system because you can eat what you want. You're not like, oh my God, I have to just eat clean. It's like, okay,
you're just making better choices.
Yeah, I can eat this McDonald's cheeseburger, but then I can't eat I got to eat 0 point stuff all day.
Yeah, or it also helps you with portion control too.
Right.
So I don't know. I like it. I'm gonna keep going for it. See how I do.
And I put it on my story this morning already that
And I've been working out more every day because I want to stay in my. I've been doing a lot more cardio, doing weights, but a lot more cardio too. So that's been obviously jump-starting also my weight loss.
Yeah, and I just bought a fitness bike, which I'm going to be trying out today because I'm going to start getting physical. We don't own the rights to that. Oh, yeah.
I'm teasing.
Because I just need to. I see Victor get fit points and stuff. And not even just for that. Like, I just need to move my body. I look at myself a year ago, and man, I was just like in great shape. And then now I look at myself and I'm just kind of like, I want to feel like myself again and like wear my clothes that I could wear before and not have to buy a whole new wardrobe and just like feel good, right? Before I start baby number 2, because I just feel like I can want to give myself time to like get back.
Yeah,
get
absolutely.
Back to feeling like Nicole, not hiding in like these baggy clothes.
For sure.
Okay, and then the last thing, so we touched on the house, and then the last thing I want to talk about is like the continuation of the podcast. We didn't like plan talking about this, so I don't know if we're allowed to talk about it.
You want to talk about this right now?
No, I was just saying like, just to give the listeners a heads up that we might not continue.
It's a conversation that we're having. It's a continuous conversation that we're having. We have a lot on our plate, especially with the new baby boy, the new house. I'm still in barber school. Ever since I got in that car accident, I don't have another car to keep going.
It's hard to find a car right now.
Trying to find a car to keep going to barber school. And so the free time, and when I say free time, I mean actual free time, because free time, we're cleaning up, still moving stuff around.
Today we got to go rip carpet out.
We got to rip carpet out. So the little precious free time that we do have, it's not worth for me spending doing this. That is an hour plus process, just recording and then doing the stuff behind the scenes. And so,
but it is very therapeutic for us, and I really do like having these conversations with Victor. He's very good at podcasting, and I remind him that all the time. He's like such a natural, and the way he can talk with guests and the way that he keeps the conversation flowing.
And I appreciate that.
And like, I really want to continue it, but I don't want to make it to where it's not fun, right?
Yeah.
So I want my husband to enjoy it as well, and I'm not going to do it by myself. And really, he's the one that has the talent for it. So it's kind of, that's where we're at. And
you're really good at podcasting too,
just with you, like with guests, I get nervous. I would never want to lead a podcast where I have guests. Like I would literally have gray hair by the next week. That would be so stressful. I'd puke. But just like talking with you is fun.
Yeah.
And talking with like my friends or family, that's really fun. So another idea would be like finding a co-host that I'm really comfortable with, but then that's aligning schedules and doing all that. So me and Vic will continue to keep talking about it, but I just want to give you guys a little bit of a heads up. And as you notice, like the Instagram page as well has not been getting a ton of attention because...
And Nicole's just overwhelmingly busy with her social media career as is, you know.
But I'm trying to I just feel like if you listen, you're going to listen, and I don't want to on the podcast page, I can throw some pictures up and say hey, listen to the episode, but I shouldn't have to promote. Like, if you guys want to listen to us. It doesn't bother me any if you don't. You know what I mean? I don't want to shove it down anyone's throat. So when it comes to that, I feel like you guys would understand because you totally know. And at first when we started this project, I was able to be a lot more present, but luckily everything is going great and my career is going great to where now it's something that I have to think about
it's hard it's hard to, you can't be 100% in everything, right? So this is what's getting the least amount of attention because other things are taking priority. That's what it comes down to at the end of the day. So it's just something that we're definitely talking about. I don't like to half-ass
anything, that's for sure. And that's what I feel like we're doing with this. Just to be honest with you guys as listeners, we're just trying to figure out the next path because I want to give my whole heart to whatever projects I'm in. And I'm supposed to be opening a boutique, and that's gotten absolute zero attention. And then I'm supposed to be doing Amazon Live. That probably gets 10%.
Yeah.
And then this probably gets 8%.
And this is our third year doing this, right?
I think.
Yes.
At least.
We did not expect this to go this long. I'll tell you that. I didn't. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Even making it here is an accomplishment in and of itself, right? So.
Yeah. But. Yeah,
it's just different times in our life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
That's what I mean. Right. I told Nicole that when we had Arrow, I didn't think that we would even continue. And the fact that we have, is surprising to me. So, and he's still sleeping, which is another surprise.
Yes, we better wrap this up because he's probably going to wake up.
Well, thank you guys so much. If you have any thoughts on what we should do or how we should go about, the next steps in this, feel free to message us. Please don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe. The easiest way is on Apple Podcasts. You can find that on your phone or online. And you can listen to this anywhere you listen to podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, Stitcher. And you can always go to www.cococalientepodcast.com. You can check us out there. Please don't forget to follow Coco at Coco Caliente Pod on Twitter and at Coco Caliente Podcast on Instagram. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
If you want to be the most interesting person at the cocktail party, well, hop on over and listen to the Brain Candy Podcast.
Our award-winning content will have you laughing while you're learning.
We read all the best articles, books, and studies and keep up with new TV shows, documentaries, and pop culture. And then we cram it all into 2 shows a week.
Conspiracy theories, cannibal rabbits, unsolved mysteries, the history of the Walkman. There's something for everyone.
The Brain Candy Podcast. Find our link in the show notes.
Or simply search for the Brain Candy Podcast on your podcast app.